Hello, folks. We're here. We're middle school varsity girls. This is the first game that I've streamed of them, and they're playing up against FCA, the middle school girls. I think I may have said senior there.
It's in the title and that lovely thumbnail, which big hats off Kevin Sheffer's right. Not only helpful on the mic, but also in the graphic design department, making those nice thumbnails. So
It's plenty of fun.
Should be clear now.
So I have not seen the middle school girls play yet, but I've heard good things.
Yep, they're a very strong team, I would say. Strong kind of attacking, as most middle schools don't really have the long-range game going. But they're good on the quick breaks. Some players to watch out there. I actually haven't seen number 6, Brooke Cleghorn. She's been injured or away for some of the games I've seen. But based on last year, she's a pretty strong player. Ella Durrett, wearing number 5, is another one to watch.
Seeing a breakaway to start this one off. We're going to put some points up for the Lakers to start this quarter off pretty strong. Seeing McNaughton going to pass up. Izzy Okafor going to try to go for that one, but it's going to be over her hands. That's going to be Lakers possession. McMullen going to pass up here. Durrett here. Durrett looking for a break-in, looking to pass. Is going to find McMullen. McMullen's going to go for 2, and she'll put up 2. Nice layup.
Nice work by McMullen. Now this team does have a fair amount of grade 8 players on it, but those grade 8s, a lot of them were able to play last year as well, got some significant time. Holly Henry, of course, who was in grade 8, played on the high school team, so there's a bit more court time for some of these girls back when they were in grade 7. There's one of them, Rachel Burgoyne, now in grade 8, who's seen a lot of court time, already having a big impact on this game in the early going.
McNaughton once again bringing the ball up. Going to find the hands of Essen. Shot attempt there. As the Okafor, and it will finally go in. Ball being brought up here. That's going to be a jump ball created there. We're going to fight that one with McNaughton. It will go to your Eagles.
Yeah, it could have been dangerous there on that steal. Eagles with a bit of momentum scoring the last shot, and then possibly, well, they did, I guess, because of the jump ball, deny Harvey their last attack. So,
speaking of steals, there's Burgoyne. Again, a quick steal there. Nice patience under the net. That's great to see. And because of that, she's able to get her own rebound and finally put 2 points up there single-handedly.
Great work by Burgoyne. Really strong start to this game as Lakers look to pull ahead early. Some of the middle school games have been that way. The games that I've seen, I have to admit, the girls have been pretty strong and they've dominated some opponents. Strong play from their senior players is a big contributing factor.
Will be out of bounds by a Laker, so it's going to go to the Eagles here. Seeing McNaughton bring the ball up again. Yeah, and get called on, I want to say double dribble. It wasn't...
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that carry?
Carry. I don't see that call a lot.
No, and at the middle school level, of course, you're going to see some of these technique fouls getting called where players are still just learning the rules and techniques as they go. That's something at a veteran level at high school you're not going to see as often, but at the middle school level, we're all still learning, figuring that out.
Albert with a shot attempt there. It's going to be rebounded as Okafor bringing it up. Going to find the hands of Surgeon. Checked out, that's going to be Surgeoner.
Yeah, we've got a sturgeon and a surgeoner out there on the court for the FCA Eagles.
That's not going to...
It'll be a tough one, but we'll do our best here.
Reed starting the playoff, going to pass. A bit of a fight there. Burgoyne's going to be the one with the ball. Looking to pass right outside the key. Nice see there, right onto number 3, McMullen. But it will quickly over to the Eagles as they're going to get a little bit of a fast break here. Looking at Smith here at the ball. Going to pass it to the 3-point line. Going to find the hands of Surgeoner, but a quick steal there. Bringing the ball up. Gigi's going to try to go for a shot attempt, but rebounded quickly by the Eagles. On a back and forth scene here. Surgeoner going to pass up. Going to find the hands of Essen. Essen for a shot attempt. It's going to hit the net, but not how you want it to.
Yep. And that was a nice steal. I think that was, if I saw correctly, number 9, Maddie Giggy making that steal, coming off the bench to make that play. And we're going to watch Coach Michelle Breed with her bench management. She's usually pretty good at the middle school level. You do make more of an effort to roll the bench, but I think she's really got an eye for developing some of these younger players. This team, as we mentioned, a little heavy on seniors. We've got 5 grade 8 girls and 4 in grade 7, and only 1 in grade 6. And they are missing 1 player as they only have 9 dressed. So we'll try to figure out who's missing as we go along, but expect to see all 9 of the dressed Lakers today see significant court time.
The Eagles have possession here. We're seeing Griffin trying to get in there. A little bit of a fight for the ball under the net, but looks like she may have gone out of bounds there.
Well, there's Eagle Eye referee Ben Bradford. Recently changed his green and white for some black, or green and gold rather, for some black and white as he's refereeing this game. Love to see those recent alumni giving back to the game.
Great shot attempt there. Great job being able to get into a position and a comfortable spot. You're going to be shooting from that area a lot in your in games that you're going to play in the future, especially the amount of times we see someone sent to the foul line in senior games is a lot. So being able to be consistent. Number 9, Gigi with those 2 points, I want to say.
Yep.
And being able to get there because you know you're going to make that shot is smart. And also, it was very much wide open.
Yep. And I think kind of on the counter side of that, Lakers doing a really good job defending the paint and not letting FCA get into those areas where the Lakers are able to score. I think they know at the middle school level, the deep threat kind of from the three-point line isn't really something you have to watch out for on a consistent basis in middle school unless you have some really exceptional shooters. But for the most part, if you can defend the paint effectively, you should win the middle school game.
A little bit of fight on the three-point line there.
It's a travel called, so Lakers doing a really good job kind of forcing some errors on this FCA Eagles squad.
Starting the play off here. Gigi bringing the ball up. Gonna pass, gonna find the hands of Claycorn. Drive in there, it's gonna be passed out there to Cummings. And a 3-point attempt, as you were talking about. You don't see it a lot, but sometimes you get that spirit of confidence and want to go for it.
Yeah, and I think the Lakers, they kind of know that in the high school system, both the boys and the girls are going to have systems where they're going to shoot a lot of 3 points. So most middle school teams might not be doing that, but the Lakers, some of them may be getting a head start. Michelle Breed has a lot of coaching experience. It is, I'm not sure exactly what her relationship is with head coach Tracy Messer. Not sure if they're sisters-in-law. Sisters? Okay, yeah, there you go. And I think they've coached together actually in the past, so you know they're going to run similar systems and have this middle school team kind of running like a pipeline as a lot of these girls get set to graduate next year into the high school level.
Kind of works hand in hand there, having a middle school coach who works well with the senior girls coach. Good pipeline, as you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And it's great to see.
Yeah, nice to see things getting mixed up a bit as well. It's not just all the grade 8s who play together, as we've got a couple of seniors checking back onto the court, but also the lone grade 6 player, Charlotte Booker, wearing number 4, getting some court time here. So it looks like FCA is going to switch some things up as well.
Will be a foul drawn. It's going to be on number 6, Hansen. I find middle school games are usually a little less intense than our senior games, senior boys especially.
Yep, you can get some really heated games, but so far cooler heads are prevailing here.
Shot is up, rebounded there. That's the height. Number 12 is Okafor. Being used well to box out there, getting possession quickly over to FCA. Drive in here, we're seeing McNaughton gonna pass, they're gonna find the hands of Sturgeon. I want to say we've seen her sister play or some of the same last name for the FCA.
Yep, the
girls.
Sturgeon name is one I recognize for sure. I couldn't tell you for sure if it's on the FCA senior boys.
I want to say they rock the
girls.
same number even.
Could very well be. I mean, you'll see that sometimes where siblings will wear their sibling's number. Can't think of an example right now, but I do know it does happen.
Well, Joe Gregory and Charlie Gregory are only one off, so maybe that's what they were going for.
Yeah, could be. Wonder if... No, I think all the Bernards might have had different numbers.
Shot up there. It's going to be over. We're seeing Morrison here with the ball on the three-point line, looking to pass in to find the hands of Vesson. Shot up there. Another great job of that height, being able to get that rebound. Height can mean a lot in middle school.
Yep, that can really be a difference maker, but Lakers doing well without the height advantage. Okafor has used her height on a couple of occasions to break up offensive chances and block passes, but she hasn't been able so far to get a strong rebound game going. That's just a testament to how well Lakers are defending those really soft areas under the net.
Fighting for it under the net. There's Burgoyne, but possession is going to go to Ezzy Okafor. She's bringing the ball up. Need to move quickly. And that's going to be, didn't cross the line quick enough, I want to say, on possession.
Yep.
I haven't seen that a lot.
No, I saw it. Man, was it maybe it was the Woodstock Junior game, I think. The senior girls forced the Woodstock JV girls into one of those errors. It doesn't happen often.
We see that almost happen in the senior boys game, too. We saw one of the players on Woodstock have to quickly bolt across the gym to try to regain possession.
Oh, nice steal there by Okafor. You can tell right now, anyways, the FCA offense is running through her, using her length to create that steal right off the put-in and get that quick two for her squad.
We're going to attempt to pass, or shoot even, and that's going to be blocked.
So Lakers have a timeout here. They've been playing pretty well, but kind of taking their foot off the gas in the last minute or two. So Coach Breed just wants to make sure everything stays according to plan.
Timeouts are always good. Early timeouts, we saw that a lot last year with both our senior teams, getting those timeouts out early, getting some sort of, making sure that the team knows what's happening. Because a lot of just like play, which is what we're seeing here. Not a lot of time to talk. No fouls, no, just one I think we saw. And so stopping the play, talking. Yes, still be able to have that in a minute and 30, but having that for the last minute here could mean a couple more points going into the second quarter.
Yep. And especially where, again, it's the middle school level. It's a teaching kind of approach you're taking to the game. When kids get in a rhythm, they can play, and you kind of start to loosen up on things like structure, and where that is really a focus as you're trying to teach girls kind of the figuring out the system, where I'd say still not quite midway into the middle school basketball season. So still lots of time to grow. Some of these girls may not have had too many games under their belts just as a result of absences, etc. So
and
still figuring that all out.
With having such a small roster coming into the next years, with having so many senior players on their team, trying to build the grade 7ers to have more capability to play long games on the court, because we may have to see that next year. With having because even though they may have some more grade 6ers, it's hard to get grade 6ers up against grade 8ers. It's a very big difference.
Yep. There is.
I'd say almost as big as grade 9 to 12.
That can be intimidating for sure. We should mention this is the middle school varsity team. There were a lot of girls who wanted to play basketball this year at Harvey. So there's also a Harvey JV girls team. We haven't seen them play any home games yet, but another recent alumna, Casey DeMerchant, coaching that squad, doing quite well from what I hear. We look forward to a couple of their games. I know at least one is on the schedule. There might be a couple more in January.
Well, with that knowledge, maybe we will see a little bit more of a merge into kind of a new team.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. It's like the farm system for the farm system kind of thing. But at the end of the day, just lots of kids getting to play basketball, which is, of course, what you want.
It's great to see. I heard consideration of maybe even having a senior JV team. But
I think
numbers when it comes to basketball in high school for the last couple of years have been kind of hard, especially for the girls. If you remember last year, they had to fight to get a team going.
Last year was really small, but they were fortunate this year. They've got 4 grade 9s on the roster, and with 5 who are currently playing really well at the middle school level, you expect all of them will want to continue. And Lakers should only be graduating one player, Delaney McElwain.
Yeah, that's great to see. Not a lot of. We saw the senior boys have that issue where they 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5 of their starters are out due to graduation.
And some solid bench players too. I think all told they lost 6 seniors and then another student to transfer. So there was a lot of roster turnover at the top of the roster for the senior boys. But they weathered it well.
And we're seeing Joe Gregory, who's the only player who's a starter from last year, really shining with his new team. I kind of see him as the leader, and as he's played as a starter, he knows how to how to play in that environment and helping the other starters work, and they've been doing great. Yeah, speaking of doing great, we're seeing our senior girls here doing a great job. We did see a foul drawn onto Burgoyne.
Yeah, Rachel Burgoyne was the guilty party, and should mention earlier we teased figuring out who is missing for the Lakers. Tonight it is Autumn Greer, who is not on the bench, maybe getting an early start on the holidays, but she is not available for this game.
As Okafor definitely being a powerhouse for the Eagles here. Going to be able to bring the ball up. And as we're going to see, she's going to be able to just pass up there or try to go for a shot right after getting the ball. But we're going to see Albert try to bring the ball up.
Oh.
Another steal there for Ezzy Okafor.
Yeah, picking off the pass really well. With her length, she is able to get in some passing lanes. And at the middle school level, your passes aren't going to be quite as crisp as they are in some of the senior areas. So if you're sending a bit of a dangerous pass, a bit softer of a lob, or something that's not quite as direct, Ezzy Okafor is one of those players who can get in the lane and cause a turnover like we saw there.
And that was a good first quarter, ending with a 11-4. We're seeing actually no points scored from the timeout. I want to like to say that timeout was meant for defense then for the Lakers. Like, yeah, we have the score advantage. Let's work on defense then. Building that up is really important because I want to say defense is like as important when it comes to a senior level, obviously. But like it's if you have good defense, then as long as you are able to get a point there or just like somewhere through the games, get a few points up and just hold that. Good defense, be able to get the ball out and just be able to make it impossible to shoot and then draw those fouls and build
the
up
opportunities will present themselves on offense, especially I think at the middle school level where kids have played around a lot in gym class and at recess and they're shooting a lot. You don't really practice defense quite as much just at lunchtime. So if you're able to defend well as a middle school team, that's a big edge over a lot of other over a lot of other teams.
That gives a good reason to, if you have a little bit of a lead built up in a game, this is a great opportunity. Try out some new defensive plays, see what positions you're working in, whether you feel like you should be, try out some things. I think it's great to see, to be able to try those things out. So having a little bit of a lead means that you're not always trying to fight to win, but you actually get to build up good fundamentals that you're going to use in your senior years.
Yeah. Now, the last time Lakers had to put in here, they did turn the ball over immediately. So nice to see them maintain possession, get an offensive chance right off the bat.
Passing up, we're going to see Breed here. Looking to pass out, going to find Durrett on the three-point line, pass around, going to find the hands of Giggy. Giggy looking to get into the paint. Looking for a pass. Great defense by FCA, but it's not going to stop Giggy. She's going to see a beautiful C right out of the paint to Burgoyne. Going to pass out there to the hands of Cummings, and that's a shot attempt. It's going to fight a little bit, but it will go to the Eagles. Seeing Hansen bringing the ball up here. Going to pass, going to find the hands of McAloon. McAloon trying to break through the defense. Seeing some great guarding, and that's going to prevent that shot from even hitting the rim. But rebound will be grabbed by the Eagles, but once again, they're going to have to pass it to the three-point line to keep this play alive. And there's going to be a steal here, bringing the ball up. Durrett going to try to put up two. And strong layup there.
Great steal by Durrett. That was kind of her bread and butter last year. Started as a grade 7 student, and you can see her picking up right where she left off. So Lakers are the ones to strike first here in the second quarter.
Fighting for it. Shot attempt there, and there's that height. It can be as good as you want as defending, but if you have like a half a foot over someone, then it's going to be hard, and that's going to make it Ezzy Okafor be able to get a very clean two-pointer.
Great turn and shoot by number 12 in the black and white out there. Bit of blue, too.
Little bit of blue.
And white. Yeah.
Ezzy Okafor going to get her hands on the ball here, make her way into the paint, going to pass, going to find the hands of Smith. But it will roll out of bounds, sometimes trying to grab the ball without committing some sort of, what's the word for it? Infraction? No.
Yeah,
well, 1 degree below.
Yeah.
Like double dribble, turnover,
I
travel.
call those infractions. Yeah, they're not serious infractions, but yeah.
Minor infraction.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it.
Without causing a minor infraction is very difficult. I think there's not been a single time that I've had a basketball and not committed one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing I'm up here in the booth and not down there on the court. It would not end well.
Beautiful pass there. We're already seeing, we see that play a lot in the senior girls lineup. Instead of, you may have a clean shot, but it may not, but also sometimes passing to someone who has an even cleaner shot, and also the defense is trying to rush to get to you. they're only thinking about who has the ball sometimes, not who you can pass to.
Yep. Yep, that's really good technique by the senior girls. They may, or by the middle school girls rather. They may not have sealed the deal on that one, but the fact that they're getting those quality chances and they're doing the process right, the points will come eventually, right? If you're able to get that technique and set up those plays, I think you're in a much better spot, and the success will come.
We're seeing the Eagles getting a lot of their own boards. There's a case of just kind of leaving one side open in the defense, and great job by the Lakers to be able to see that. It's going to be Cummings who are going to put up the points there.
Yeah. And I thought I might have seen Coach Shane calling a timeout for the FCA Eagles, but I guess not. He is standing over there at the Don Fletcher minor officiating tables, which is worked this evening by two stalwarts, Violet McDonald and Ali Sierwa. Big thanks to both those minor officials for making the game happen by working behind the scenes.
I feel like they're the only people who work more games than some of us here.
Yep. And speaking of working the game behind the scenes, we also need to shout out the guy working our scoreboard tonight. It's Charlie Gregory. Big thanks to him. The senior boys are off tonight, so he's got a bit of extra time.
I think he's trying to get some tips here from watching the game.
Could be. Yeah. Doing a bit of pre-scouting for this. Yep.
In a couple of years, you'll have some info for the senior girls.
There you go. Yep.
Be like, I saw the middle school version of this team play. You guys are in for it.
Well, he wouldn't be the first student to go from a grade 12 player to a first year out of high school coach. We'll put it that way.
Now we're seeing a...
go ahead, sorry.
Is that a timeout called, I want to say?
I think
have to
was.
imagine.
Yep. They definitely are in a timeout position. I'm not 100% sure who called it. My instinct says FCA. Although they've been able to keep it close since the Lakers' quick start. So it could be coaches Breed and McGillicuddy down there for the senior girls. Or for the middle school girls, rather. I keep saying senior. Used to it.
This is my first middle school game I've seen, as I was saying. So... and senior is just kind of what rolls off the tongue. But
Yep. I've seen a few of them, but I haven't been able to do the commentary for most of them. So nice to do some commentary for the soon-to-be senior girls as well, because that way, when they come up in high school, you have a bit of context for what they were able to do at the previous level.
Pass it in here. Hansen going to find the hands of Burgoyne, I want to say. No, that's number 9, rather. Gigi. And
that's a long two-point shot.
Long two-pointer. Unfortunate for the three-pointer.
But still, really nice set play. Although, can't like giving up that offensive chance there.
That was number 9, Maddie Gigi.
Mm-hmm. And I may be incorrect here. I didn't keep perfect records. But those 2 points scored by number 5, McNaughton, on the FCA Eagle squad, I think are their first points that have not been scored by Ekiokafor. So...
we're seeing her get some rest right now, and we're going to see a steal here. Bringing the ball up. Looking for 2 more points. There's Gigi. For a grade 7er, is definitely doing a great job.
Yeah, we don't track the stats here, but she's already had a few steals and breakaways. Been able to seal the deal on a couple of them as well, so great play from the young girl out there.
Once she gets up to high school, she'll get her stats going, and it'll be great to see how well she is in numbers. Passing up here. Essen looking to pass, but going to create another jump ball there.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember who created the last one. It could have been Claycorn, but I want to say it was Burgoyne last time. But for our Lakers.
I think it was Burgoyne now that you mentioned it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It will be. I don't recall there being a jump ball in between those, but
no.
My understanding of jump balls are very, very low.
It's basically just 50-50. I mean, from what I understand, it's basically when the nice steal there by Olivia Albert. But when it looks like it's going to be a couple of players wrestling for the ball and there's no clear advantage one way or another, instead of just letting everyone pile on and kind of rip the ball out of each other's hand, the ref will call a jump ball, and they keep track of it mentally. It's just the first one goes to whichever team lost the initial jump ball at the very beginning of the game, and then it just keeps alternating from there.
I was trying to theorize what who would get the first jump ball to make it fair, but that makes sense.
Yep. That's how it works. So
I was thinking like who has the
actual jump ball. Yep.
lower score maybe or something, like when the first jump ball is created, or home advantage.
That would be interesting to see, what the decision-making process is there. But no, right now it's just random. I'm sure you could experiment with some interesting things, but no, for this game it'll just be vanilla 50-50.
Ball rolling around, and it'll be the Lakers to pick it up. Olivia Albert going for it, gonna have to pass out. Gonna find someone on the three-point line. And she's
nice.
gonna find.
Christmas came early for the Lakers there as the Eagles tried to keep that ball in, but it's Ella Durrett who was right there, able to corral it and start the offensive chance and get the assist on what were eventually 2 points for the green and gold.
Another steal for Albert there. She's going to attempt to get passed back to, and she's going to get her hands on the ball, looking to pass out, but jump ball will be created, and this one should go to the Lakers, to my understanding.
It should be, that's correct. Was it the thumbs-up jump ball, though? It might have gone out of bounds because it was
I saw the thumbs up. So.
Okay, if it's a thumbs-up jump ball, then yes, I believe it is the Lakers putting it in, and it looks like that's what we're going to see.
Seeing Claycorn here for the jump ball.
Now, Lakers running a stack. I think this is typically one of the first set plays you teach for putting the ball in off the sideline is the stack, just because it's a relatively simple start, and then there's a lot of different ways you can put it. We saw them do that last time, although the player getting the ball was Giggy. She shot right away on that long two and scored. Lakers are going to take a bit more time setting up here.
Malone, grade 6 player getting in there. Booker going to find the hands of McMullen. Fight for it. There's Durrett.
Oh.
Nice pass out. Shot attempt up, but it's going to be the Eagles with the rebound. Griffin bringing the ball up. Gonna pass. Gonna find the hands of Pond. And a quick pass in there and some points there for the Eagles.
Really nice little pass out there by Pond. I wonder if they practiced that because she kind of bounced it right to the side of her teammate. But number 11, Essen, knew to extend and snatch that ball out. She was actually able to get by the defender that way and make a clean shot. So not sure if that's just kind of serendipity how that turned out or a set play, but either way, nice way for the Eagles to score a couple points and try to keep this thing close.
Yeah, for sure. We're seeing the Eagles have a great quarter here. 10 points versus the 4 points that they've got in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing number 9 there. Griffin be able to make her way into the paint, but Albert once again with another steal. Looking like a future Maddie Fraser-Cole here with all those steals.
Yeah, could be.
Shot up there. Anna Breed.
And I think that's Essen, number 11, just getting hands up a little too much on that shot. So I think only the second or third foul of the game for the Eagles, first of the quarter. So relatively clean game by both sides.
Very clean. We're seeing something that does not change between senior and middle school is where you're shooting from on your foul line.
Yeah.
So getting comfortable there is important.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt.
And 1 for 2 there, which is very good for middle school.
Still pretty good. And with that 1 point, Anna Breed becomes the 6th Laker to score this afternoon. Only 9 players drift, so we'll see if all of them can get some points. And actually, I may have been missing some earlier because I don't have any points on my sheet for Olivia Albert or Emmy McMullen, but I feel like both of them may have scored as well. So the stats we keep up here right now are very loosey-goosey.
Albert here with the ball, gonna make her way into the paint. And a great steal there by Griffin. Passing up there, and Anna's gonna try to get a steal there. It's gonna make the ball roll, and it will be stolen. Kind of Breed.
Tough break. I mean, McMullen, good work there as the ball had a couple defenders on her, but then tried to make a pass outside of danger. I don't think her teammate was ready for it, so Lakers with a solid chance, but it's turned over now, and the Eagles will get a chance to counter.
So as I see, the shot clock is not on. I assume they do not run shot clocks for middle school games?
Yeah, I think it's a 30-second shot clock, although, no, we still have more than 30 seconds left. I'm not 100% sure what the rules are. This may be an exhibition game as well, not technically part of the same league. I'm not sure how that all works at the middle school level.
Possession here for the Eagles. Nice pass right into the paint. Gonna try to put 2 points up. And there's Ezzy Okafor using her height to put 2 more points up. There's the end of your first half there.
Yeah. Solid house. So 28-16 is your score. Lakers started the half up by 7. They are now up by 12. So still managed to grow the lead, although FCA kept it a bit closer this time. And the half times are a little shorter at the middle school level. I think there's only about 5 minutes between the halves. So we'll take a momentary break and we'll be back soon. All right, so as we get ready to come back here for the second half of this middle school matchup between the Harvey Lakers and the FCA Eagles, just want to shout out all the folks working behind the scenes to make the game possible. Big thanks to referees down there, Daryl and Harvey's very own Ben Bradford, as well as the minor officials, Violet McDonald and Ali Sirwa, down there at the Don Fletcher minor officiating table. Should thank coaches Shane, Amy, and Brent from the FCA Eagles, as well as coaches Michelle Breed, Nicole McGillicuddy for the Lakers. Up here in the booth, it's Charlie Gregory working the scoreboard and Kevin Scheffers-Roy. I don't think I got that quite right. Scheffers. I'll get it. Yeah, I feel I need to be better at that.
I don't mind that much. As long as you don't call me Schiefers, we're good.
I will not do that. Yeah.
That's an interesting way to start off the first.
Yeah, maybe not quite the start the Lakers wanted. Eagles with a chance to counterattack now, build some momentum here.
Griffin bringing the ball up here, looking for a pass. Going to find the hands. No searching her. Looking to pass out. Kind of in that paint, getting surrounded by Lakers, and they're going to be able to create that jump ball.
Mm-hmm. Take a moment to shout out our sponsors as well. Big thanks to Scott Pierce at Remax East Coast Elite Realty and the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs. Our sponsors help us to buy new equipment to improve the viewing experience, as well as to allow more students to get involved in the streaming process. We really appreciate all that support from those sponsors. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, please reach out as my contact information is in the video description.
A little bit of a fall there, but everything seems good.
Yeah.
Good resilience on number 6, Brooke Claycorn.
Yeah, that's good there. And you love to see as well the sportsmanship. Both Laker and Eagle players coming to help her get up, and thankfully she gets up with a big smile on her face, so we seem to be all good.
Gigi bringing the ball up here. Going to have to fight for it, but we'll keep possession. It's going to make the other number 9 kind of fall over there. We're going to see Burgoyne here looking to pass. Going to find Gigi once again. She's trying to make her way into the paint. This time it's going to be a Laker surrounded by Eagles, but this time she's going to be successful to pass out. Can find Burgoyne before quick pass. McMullen shot up, but as Okafor going to be able to get that rebound using her height. Once again, bringing up on the right wing here. Pass to Griffin. Griffin looking for an opening.
Oh.
Bit of a fight for it, but
he getting that jump ball, but should say a lot better job, I think, defending the paint by the Eagles so far this half. We saw them deny the Lakers really very much penetration into the key at all on that attempt, and it was only after passing around and opening up a lane that Emmy McMullen was able to get in kind of right at the end of that possession. So Eagles have improved in that part of their defensive game, I'd say, coming into the second half.
Turek going to pass up, going to find Burgoyne. Burgoyne going to be able to pass it to the three-point line. Going to find the hands of McMullen, and it's up. Whistle may have been blown, but the ball was in the air, which is what really counts.
Yep, so she'll get 2 and a chance to make it 3.
And 1 right there. Wasn't until only a few months ago that I figured out it was and 1 and not aim 1. Or am 1, I wasn't sure, but that was one of the first basketball rules I ever learned about. Before, I think I was in grade 7 when I learned about that.
I just knew about the shoes, but I think I didn't find out that it was actually a basketball scoring term until after you did. So you're still figuring stuff out quicker than I am.
Well, I remember I was in grade 7 and I would just, no matter what was happening, people would be yelling, and 1.
Yeah. For me, it was Kobe. Everyone would yell Kobe as they shot like a crumpled up paper into the garbage can. Yeah.
Out of bounds there. Richard Burgoyne going to quickly find the hands of McMullen. You're talking about mastering one play to start off with, and you call it, what did you call that play right there?
I just call it a put-in. I don't know if there's oh, was it off a stack, actually?
I think it was a stack.
Okay, it might.
That's
I
the name
didn't
for
see
it.
the formation initially, but yeah. when you get the one player putting in and then all 4 players lined up in a row behind
So do
them.
the other team have to follow suit if you do a stack, or
They don't have to, but typically when you've got man coverage, which is what most of the teams at the middle school level are probably running, they all have to get in with the player they're marking. So when you bring all the players together, that's kind of how it works. It's I know it's used in other sports as well that tend to have man coverage and kind of that open form play, but the set plays on the put-ins. You'll see it in Ultimate Frisbee sometime. And rugby has a similar thing, although it's a bit more organized at the rugby level, but there is a lot of matching up of lines when you have those put-ins off the sideline.
Yeah, I find that basketball plays, I didn't really know any of them, but I don't know the names, but I see them happen, and I'm like, that's something that they've been practicing. I've seen that on many teams, see that at a higher level, lower level. That is definitely a fundamental of basketball. I just, maybe I should sit in some of their practices and try to figure that out.
Yeah, it's interesting to see kind of like which parts of the game come when, right? Like you see some of the building blocks here for these middle school girls that the senior girls are going to have that they're taking with. You see other parts of the game that these haven't quite developed yet because they're going to get that as they get into grade 9 and move on to the senior level.
Possession is the Lakers here.
Big thanks to Charlie Gregory as well. Keep an eye on that scoreboard. The guy does not drop the ball at all when it comes to keeping us up to date on that scoreboard. So big thanks to him.
Never, ever. Also, known for being a great listener. All things considered, big thanks to Charlie Gregory. Now he's trying to figure out that we were talking about him.
Yeah. Someone will have to timestamp this.
Or how about not?
Yeah.
Don't want no bad blood.
Yep. Here's a stack again. Ooh, nice play to get that out to Burgoyne.
Great patience there, but FCA is going to kind of expect that now.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to get hands in the way
Yep.
of what would be an open shot.
Yeah, Lakers have run that a few times where they run the stack, but it's the first player who goes out pretty far wide to one side. Well, no, it's kind of been both sides. But the first player running out wide, and that's the first look for the player putting in. And you're right, I think sooner or later FCA is going to catch on.
Now we're seeing 2 more points there. Quick pass. I was talking about them being a little bit more patient and waiting, but sometimes just going for it. In hockey, that's called a one-timer, I want to say.
Yep. It's basic. Well, it's a lot harder to do in basketball. You basically have to slap the ball as it came towards you, but it's not even getting or establishing possession when the ball comes your way or the puck comes your way. You just shoot it right away as soon as the ball is near you. The basketball equivalent, yeah, it would be a little tougher to pull off.
I think something along the lines of what we saw was what I would consider a one-timer in basketball terms.
Yeah, the closest you're going to get. It's a one-timer at heart, I guess.
Whistle's going to be blown there.
I think that may have been a jump ball there called just before one of the girls maintained possession, so it's Lakers put in this time. We'll look for the Eagles to get the next one.
Another stack here, seeing a bit of a running. And we will see a little bit of a different take on their play. I want to say we saw the grade sixer
didn't go quite as far out as they have the first player has in previous times, but it was still the first look.
I want to say even Charlotte Booker was kind of doing a wraparound, kind of seeing she's open too. So if Breed's not available, we got the lone grade sixer ready there to take the pass.
Yeah, I say this as someone who has not coached or even played basketball at any level, but my understanding of a stack is really to get a lot of options, and you can kind of run the same routes. It's almost like receivers running routes, but you can run the same routes and have a few different plays off of that, just because everyone's kind of going in a different direction. Some people might be looking to draw defenders away from a certain area, create some space for where you intend for the ball to go. But just because they're running the same way does not necessarily mean the ball is going to go to the same place. Depends on that person putting it in, kind of like the quarterback of the situation.
Breed being sent to the line for the second time here, and she's 2 for 3. And we'll see if she can be 3 for 4 here. Going to keep the 50% going. That'll be a second foul in number 11.
Yeah,
As he opened for.
50%'s not bad at the middle school level, as you mentioned. It's one of the few distances that does not change from middle school to high school. Even professional, I'm not sure if it's the same distance.
I have to imagine at that point.
I would expect so, yeah.
Maybe in Korea it's different. From what we've heard, it's a little bit of
a lot of differences.
A lot of different rules there.
Yep. And we'll wait the call here. It looks like it's number 4, Charlotte Booker, with her first infraction of the evening. Lakers' first of the second half, and no player, I would say, is really in anything resembling foul trouble.
That's going to be a great shot there by Peyton Smith.
Yeah. Bench really appreciates that. One thing I will say, this FCA squad, really supportive both on the bench. I think they've got some players here in the stands as well. But you can tell they're really, really proud of each other, really let each other know when they get a point and get that approval, which can help you get that positive energy going.
Peyton Smith just got 2 shots up from the line, looking to get in some more there.
That's a step just out of bounds, possibly, as the Lakers will take over. Oh.
There's Booker there trying to put some up, but quickly the Eagles will swoop in and grab the ball.
Nice work by Morrison there of the Eagles, trying to steal, and now she's met with an attempted steal herself. Good stand-up there from Anna Breed, who was coming in with speed.
They will keep possession here.
Yeah, no, this is kind of a modified stack you see with the Eagles. 3 of them stacking up, but 1 player kind of hanging back. So keeping an option kind of already, and maybe taking a bit of the traffic away from the defenders.
Looking to pass in between some players. It will be grabbed by an Eagle, but I'm not sure what that's what they were going for. Pond here looking for an opportunity here. Will be out of bounds. Gigi in a pass. Gonna find the hands of Anna Breed, and she'll put up 2 very quickly in the paint.
Yeah.
Shot is up, is over the net. Rebounded by the Lakers. McMullen gonna pass, gonna find Gigi.
Great seeing pass there. Was that Emmy McMullen who had the steal?
Yes, I do want to say. I think it was just a rebound.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, but still a good one. We've seen Gigi kind of creating those turnover breakaways. This time she's ready to receive the pass, but still either way, the result is the same. A nice layup and 2 easy points for the green and gold.
Great fight there for Essen.
Yeah. Lakers defending well, but number 11 for the Eagles, Essen, she's got a really good knack for getting in behind the defense. She's done it a few times before. Scored once or twice. Hasn't always made the Lakers pay, but she's still getting in position where she can take a good shot and possibly let a teammate get the rebound as well. So it can spell danger for the Lakers if you let a player in behind your defenses like that too often.
Quick steal right from the get-go there for Ezzy Okafor.
And it looks like referee Ben Bradford's given the signal. She didn't get the points there, but she's going to go to the line with a chance to get them now. And it's Brooke Cleghorn. And so Lakers now with 3 fouls, a little over 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter.
First shot is up. It's going to be off the rim. Looking to box quickly.
And no contact with the rim or the net there, so no need to fight for that rebound. The Lakers will win possession and then get started right away. Here against this full court press from the Eagles, some aggressive defense here.
They're going to be able to get through it. Now Durette's going to find the hands of Claycorn, but it will bounce out of bounds. Eagles now with the ball. Attempted pass there, and a little bit of a fight for the ball. As the Okafor going to lock hands with Burgoyne. Charlotte Hansen going to pass. Going to find the hands quickly of Reese McAloon. She'll put some points on the board.
McAloon. That goes in very clean. So we have this full court press again, and looks like Brooke Claycorn may have stepped over the line. So aggressive defense paying off on this attack.
Quick pass to McAloon once again. She ain't going to shoot straight away, but we'll actually draw her minor infraction there with the
Guilty
turnover.
of a travel there, so yep. It's testament to the Lakers defense forcing FCA into a tough position. And here again, the full court press.
We're seeing Burgoyne going to be able to bring that ball up. Durette there. Pass back to Burgoyne. Burgoyne for a far two. Rebound will be grounded by Cummings. Going to pass out to Albert. Albert's going to find Claycorn. Claycorn back to Durette. Durette's going to find Albert. Albert passing, and that one will be interrupted. As the Okafor.
Lakers doing a good job cycling there. That's something you see a lot at the senior level. A lot of teams kind of cycling the ball with the reverse, trying to find a lane, and if they don't like what they see, they switch up the momentum of the ball and hope to catch a defender flat-footed. If you can do that effectively at the middle school level, that puts you in a pretty strong position to catch some defenders off guard and open up some lanes.
It's kind of resetting there. Throw the ball up against your defender, keep possession. Doesn't really change the fact if this was shot clock, then it would just
half a second off the main clock maybe, but yeah, not much of an impact there.
It's gonna roll out of bounds.
And again, you like to see both Lakers and Eagles helping the fallen Eagle get up, so good sportsmanship maintained.
Burgoyne here looking to pass in. Fighting on the three-point line. Gonna beautiful C right in there. Shots up by Burgoyne, but it's gonna roll and be rebounded by an Eagle. Running in here, we're seeing Griffin. But a trouble will be called on the Eagles. Burgoyne looking to pass in. It's over.
Ooh. As the Okafor coming in with speed, almost stolen.
We'll go out of bounds once again. McAloon bringing the ball up here. Passing right around the three-point line. Seeing Griffin looking for an opening. Defense by Albert. It's great, and she will get the steal.
Great steal by Olivia Albert. Well, as Okafor making it back there. Probably has almost double the stride length of Olivia Albert there, so was able to catch up and poke that ball away, disrupt the breakaway. Fortunately, Lakers still have it with a chance to score.
We're seeing a stack here. Looking for an opening. Gonna go over the head of an Eagle to the hands of Durette. Pass in there, and there's Okafor using her height, but a little bit of fight there.
Yeah, Cummings and Okafor getting into it, but that was, as you mentioned, a really good C. First of all, the long pass to Ella Durette. I didn't really see many opportunities coming out of that put-in, but they found it. As Lakers going to switch things up a bit, got more of a box formation here. So going to kind of cycle around and look to create some traffic jams.
It will work out. They're going to be able to pass out just outside the paint. Shot attempt is up. Fighting for the rebound, but it will be the Eagles who gets it. But not for long. We're going to be able to get her hands on the ball. Shot attempt up, but that's going to be the end of the quarter.
So after 3, it's 39-20. So again, Lakers just keep adding to their lead. Really good quarter, and Lakers firmly in the driver's seat as they've almost doubled up the Eagles here.
Yeah, the Eagles definitely have some great plays, and they're doing great. And I think they're starting to counter the stack a little bit, making the Lakers have to try to figure something else, as we just saw a new formation there on the throw-in.
Yeah, it wasn't quite. I do see some teams go to all 4 corners of the box. It wasn't quite that. It was there were 3 girls on the corner, but one kind of a bit closer, and they just kind of started cycling, which is, of course, what you want. You want defenders having to catch up with you and not really paying attention to where their teammates are going, and you can cause some traffic jams and collisions there. Really, all you need is that split second. If your defender gets tied up, you can break out a bit, and as long as you have those 2 or 3 steps, you're home free for a clear shot.
Yeah, the plays in the throw-in are interesting to see. I think it's definitely, as you were saying a little bit ago, where teams start to build plays. Like, eventually you move into defensive plays, aggressive plays.
It is one of those easier situations to set up in practice and set up during a game as well. But in the free flow of a game, sometimes it's a little harder if you're out of position to set up exactly where you want to be in the offensive or defensive zone. But those set plays, when it's a put-in, you can get exactly to where you want to go in the formation to start things off.
Yeah, you also play stops for a second, so you get to think, wait, okay, yep, I know where I need to be. I know where to go.
Exactly.
I know what's going on.
Should take a moment to shout out as well. Big thanks to our sponsors, Scott Pierce at Remax, East Coast Elite Realty, and the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs. Those sponsors help make sure that we're able to keep improving the broadcast and getting more students involved. We've had some solid growth this year as a stream team, but we're always looking for new members to get a few more folks on headset or behind the camera. So if you're interested in becoming a sponsor and supporting those opportunities for our young students here at Harvey High, please don't hesitate to reach out. My email address is in the video description.
Great drive past all the defenders there. We're seeing McNaughton. I haven't really seen her that much since the start of the game, but I'm going to see her back on here. I find that in middle school, starters isn't as much of a solidified thing.
No, there's I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but they're a lot more strict on making sure you roll your bench and getting all players significant court time. So with coaches, they have to play everyone in that way. So they're a little less reliant on starters. And you're right, it becomes less of a thing. Like, for example, most of the senior teams, it will always be the same 5 starters to start every quarter. But you don't see that at middle school. Coaches will mix up the lineups a lot more. So it looks like a foul was called here. That's Brooke Cleghorn's second. She sends Essen to the line, I believe. Yep, that is an 11, not a 1. Oh, no, and bit of confusion. It's actually, foul might be going the other way as it's the Lakers who took over.
Nice see quickly there to Breed, and it will kind of not figure out if it's going to go in or not for a second, but it will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lakers picking up right where they left off on the scoreboard, though. Another quick 2, and really able to find each other under the net. They've done a great job with their passing this game and getting open with quick, clean cuts under the net, and the passer is ready. So some great work by Michelle Breed and Nicole McGillicuddy as the coaches of these middle school girls, getting them ready.
Nice grab there. Seeing Durrett in the paint, going to tumble, but we'll be able to pass out to Booker. Booker looking to pass. Going to lose control of the ball. And we'll roll out of bounds. I wouldn't be surprised if it is the Lakers, but yeah, it will be the Eagles. Wasn't sure if there was this poke I didn't see there happen by the Eagles, but
yeah, and sometimes it's hard to tell when you have a couple players fighting for the ball. Yeah, I do not envy referees Daryl and Ben down there trying to figure out exactly who it was who touched it last, if it went off a foot, etc., etc. It's a tough job, so big kudos to our referees tonight and all officials as well. It is their countless hours working and perfecting their craft that make these games possible.
a little bit of a rough go there for number 3. Emma McMullen going to lose control of the ball right on the net. No defenders, and then, I have the ball. Now I'm surrounded by defenders. Need to pass out, and That would result in it going out of bounds, but luckily Lakers will keep possession here.
Oh, I like this. It's kind of like a little tee area. Lakers changing up their set plays here on the put-ins.
They're going to run that one once more, I think.
Yep.
Next time it will work out.
Yeah, that's really nicely done. So Ella Durrett kind of at the base of the tee, running up, looks like she's getting open, but what she actually does is set a pick so that one of the two ends can get open as their defender is going to be blocked by Durrett. So that's a really nice set play there by coaches Breed and McGillicuddy, and great execution by the middle school girls.
Ball's up, rebounded by the Lakers out to the three-point line. Cummings for two right outside the paint, or Gigi rather. Check that. Bringing the ball up here. Seeing Essen. Gonna have to pass. It will be off the hand of the Lakers, I have to say. I want to say McMullen did get her fingers on the ball.
So we've got lots of personnel swaps here. Both coaches rolling well into their benches. Outcome of this game, we still have over half of the fourth quarter to play, but Lakers with a commanding lead, and not much reason to think that they'd give it up here. They played sharp and focused all throughout this game, so you should be happy if you're a fan of the green and gold.
Pass it in there. Bree's going to get her hands on the ball, moving up on the left side. Going to almost make her way into the paint, but only the ball will go.
Yeah. And there you see kind of the risk side of that really aggressive defense, the full court press. If you can disrupt the offense from getting over or create a turnover, it's all well and good, but it can leave you a little out of position and flat-footed as you rush back on defense. Lakers didn't make the Eagles pay that time, but it is a risk of which you have to be aware.
We're seeing the Lakers here with possession. Albert fighting and finding just
really
one
nice
number up to Burgoyne.
Spin there by Olivia Albert to evade the defender.
Sturgeon here with the ball now. Gonna try to make her way into the paint. Two shot is up, but quick rebound there by Breed. Gonna pass up. Gonna find Chloe Cummings looking for a pass outside the three-point line. Gonna go for a pretty far chuck there. Gonna find Burgoyne. The ball will be scooped up by Eziokafor. Morrison bringing the ball up here. It's gonna be grabbed there by Cummings once again, bringing the ball up on the right wing. This time her pass will not be successful. Interrupted there by Eziokafor, bringing it up. Make her way in the paint. Gonna try to put up two, but it's off the backboard. It's gonna be grabbed by Albert. But on the right lane, gonna pass, gonna find Burgoyne, and Burgoyne will be able to get that one. So he's gonna try to make her way into the paint, gonna pass out, gonna find Albert once again. Albert in the paint, gonna do a little bit of a 360 and then put two up.
Nice work by Olivia Albert. Had some reaching hands in there, swatting the ball away. Really good job maintaining possession into some tight areas to get a shot and ultimately 2 points on the board.
McAloon gonna try to go for a shot attempt there, but will be out of bounds. Looking for an opening here, but nice defense there by Eziokafor. She's going to have to fight for it, but will get it. We'll go to McAloon, but the whistle will be blown in the midst of all of that conflict.
Yeah. Sure if that must have been green 3, so. McMullen. Oh. Gigi's the number on the board. I thought I heard 3, but I may have misheard. Right now it's number 9, Maddie Gigi, who's got the foul on the board. We'll trust our minor officials down there, Violet McDonald and Ali Sierra. They've got a lot of experience down at the Don Fletcher minor officiating table. So take their word over mine.
Gigi gonna pass. A little bit of a battle for it. Far 2-point attempt, and that's 2.
Nice redemption by the grade 7 player, Maddie Gigi. She's had a great game. I would say she's almost certainly in double-digit scoring right now.
McAloon is going to lose control of the ball there, and there's Albert to bring it up. Going to pass, going to find Rachel. And Burgoyne will put up 2.
Yep. Burgoyne, another player in double digits there. Lakers doing a nice job spreading the ball around, I should say.
McAloon going to pass. And will be ended up grabbed by Sturgeon. We're going to see 4 out of the 5 Eagles getting swapped off here.
Looks like Ezzy Okafor staying out there, joined by 4 new teammates, getting some fresh legs out.
It will be her throwing in. Going to find the hands of Essen. She's going to go for a shot attempt. Will be brought out by number 5, who will find Essen, McNaughton. And it's up there.
Great
Lakers
second and third attempts there from the Eagles.
Lakers will be the one who gets their hand on it after that, but it will quickly be a rebound for the Eagles, bringing the ball up. And a little bit of a miscommunication will result in Charlotte Pond getting hit by the ball instead of grabbing it.
Yeah, I don't think Pond was expecting that one.
But nice shot there. Gigi going to be able to put up a clean 2 points. A little bit of a tumble there.
Yeah, Giga's momentum taking her down. Getting the fight in there, though, on that ball, which you like to see. And ultimately it was the Lakers' turn for the jump ball. So stealing possession as well, which is nice.
Seeing a little bit of some spreading out there.
Yeah.
And that's going to result in a quick steal.
We talked earlier about the risk of that full court press. There's the reward, creating that steal. And Eagles have done that a fair amount of times. I'd say they're probably out ahead in terms of the number of steals versus the number of breakaways they've given up because of this full court press. So I'd say that's a smart tactical decision by Coach Shane and the rest of the crew down there for the FCA Eagles.
It's going to result in a quick aggressive there, but Gigi's going to make sure that stops there and go for a quick breakaway and put 2 points up.
Yeah. You see that move quite a lot when the senior girls are down there on the David McMullen Gymnasium floor. Nice to see the middle school girls also getting some practice on those quick breakaways and strong layups.
Battling for the ball there, but it will be the Eagles here. Essen thrown in. Right under the net means...
Yep, there's a put in, and Eagles running a stack. Although Brooke Cleghorn's able to break that up, so we'll see if they go with a stack again.
Another stack. Spreading out quickly. It's going to be Ezzy Okafor who's going to get that, but it's actually going to be Gigi who gets the ball out of the paint.
Tough break. Pass just out of reach there, but the initial technique is there. There's a lot of things you like about that sequence if you're a Lakers fan. The ending might not have been what you expected, but the initial steal, the resilience to keep with it as Brooke Cleghorn kept on that ball.
Nice 2 points up there. Very quick and very strong. Gigi bring the ball up here on the right. Gonna find Durrett. And that is 2 points there.
Yep, getting a lot of support there as that was a foul. I don't think it was intentional, but that was definitely a shooting foul. She went up. Really strong work from Ella Durrett in grade 8, fighting through the foul to still put 2 points on the board. And here's her chance at an and one.
Third foul for Essen there. First shot is up. And it's going to be the only shot as it is an and one. That one's going to roll out of bounds, or roll outside of the rim, and it's going to be grabbed by Ezzy Okafor. And now it's going to roll out of bounds. Only 17 seconds left, roughly.
Yeah. Oh, a giveaway there, although good thing Brooke Cleghorn's awake. She's able to get that right back.
Passing up. McMullen there, going to try to put some in. Shot is up, but quickly grabbed by Gigi. Great defense there by the Lakers, and that will end this great game. Final score 55-28. The Lakers will take that one home.
Yeah. FCA kept it close kind of in the first quarter, but Lakers really started to turn it on in the second and never really looked back. They did not trail at all in this game. And that's been the story of a lot of the middle school girls' home games. We don't have too much information about their season as a whole. I think they have played some away games, possibly a tournament, but a pretty strong team. So maybe when it comes time for middle school playoffs, we may see a little bit more of this team. I think Lakers faithful would be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, for sure. Great game for sure. Watching a middle school game, it's interesting to see kind of where the fundamentals are formed. And it was very, definitely a good game to watch.
Yeah, it gives you a good sense for it. And we'll shout a few folks out one last time before saying goodnight for the evening. Big thanks to Violet McDonald and Ali Sierwa down at the Don Fletcher minor officiating table. Big thanks to Daryl and Ben Bradford as well, our officials, referees for this evening. Thanks to coaches Shane, Aimee, and Brent, who coached up those Eagles and brought them here, and good luck to them for the rest of the season. And, of course, a big shout-out to Michelle Breed and Nicole McGillicuddy as well, coaches on the Harvey side. Up here in the booth, you've had Charlie Gregory keeping you up to date with the scoreboard and clock. Big thanks to him, as well as Kevin Scheffers-Roy on the microphone. And big thanks to our sponsors as well one last time, Scott Pierce at RE/MAX, East Coast Elite Realty, and the Little Village Vacation Resort for Dogs. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week. These same middle school girls are going to take on, I can't remember what team exactly midweek, but they've got another game here at home midweek. And then next week, it's the big one, the Lakers Home Invitational Tournament for the senior boys, and they're taking on three very good teams in the FCA Eagles, the Heartland Huskies, and the John Caldwell Golden Knights. So those should all be great games. We'll have all six of them here.
And that's the first matchup since Harbor Station for John Call and Harvey. That's going to be a game that I don't think I could miss for the world.
No, that'll be a great one. And we've got it all here for you on the Harvey High Lakers YouTube site. So make sure you tune into those. You can subscribe if you'd like, so that way you never miss a game. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.